Ladies and gentlemen, in the vast and absolute silence of the cosmos, where sound cannot propagate and light requires billions of years to traverse its distances, we, mere specks upon a pale blue planet, perpetually ponder our place within it. We gaze upwards at the night sky, entranced by the serene beauty of the stars. Yet seldom do we comprehend that beneath this tranquility lie the merciless, impersonal laws of physics. Today, I invite you to embark on an intellectual voyage, commencing with the form of the most diminutive droplet of water and extending to the profoundest reveries of the human psyche, to discern that the universe operates according to scripts both magnificent and terrifying, surpassing the romantic imaginings of poetry. Our narrative commences in 1962, a pivotal milestone in history when humanity first introduced liquids into a microgravity environment. During the early days of space exploration, aboard missions such as those in the Mercury program, astronauts observed a peculiar phenomenon that defied our terrestrial intuitions regarding the morphology of matter. Regardless of how the astronauts manipulated, molded, or agitated the liquid mass, upon release, it invariably retracted, curling inwards upon itself and assuming a perfect spherical configuration. Many, with an aesthetic inclination, might hastily infer this to be nature's predilection for the perfection of the circle. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, the universe is indifferent to beauty. The universe prioritizes survival. That droplet contracts its defensive perimeter not to appear more photogenic before the camera lens, but because it seeks to endure. This exemplifies the paramount ironclad principle, the principle of least action, often manifesting in physical systems as the minimization of energy. Metaphorically, the universe is a grand and extreme miser. In its ledger of energy, it permits no unit to be squandered. Angular forms, irregular polyhedra, equate to expansive surface areas, and expansive surfaces equate to elevated energy expenditures for maintenance. The sphere represents the sole economical solution, the configuration with the minimal cost. In vernacular terms, if it can be achieved recumbent, refrain from standing, conserve energy where possible. Why this parsimony? Let us diminish the lens of our minds to the microscopic realm, imperceptible to the unaided eye. Upon the surface of that droplet, hundreds of millions of water molecules engage in a mortal tug of war. Those ensconced deep within luxuriate, enveloped by kin from all directions, with forces equilibrated and stable. Yet tragedy befalls those at the vanguard, the surface molecules. Externally, they confront a frigid void, bereft of support, devoid of allies. They endure a singular pull, inexorably drawn inwards by the interior brethren. This force imbalance engenders an extreme tension state, denominated in physics as surface tension, denoted by the symbol gamma and quantified as force per unit length. Gamma equals F(L) for water at 20 degrees Celsius interfacing with air. Gamma approximates 72.8 millinewtons per meter. Each molecule yearns to burrow inwards, evading that perilous frontier, and mathematics, the divine lexicon, decrees, among all three-dimensional geometries, solely the sphere accommodates a given volume whilst possessing the minimal surface area. Ergo, that rotund droplet performs not an elegant waltz, but a collective evasion, an emergency defensive stratagem to minimize the cadre exposed to adversity. Recent experiments aboard the International Space Station, such as those conducted in 2023 examining fluid dynamics in microgravity, corroborate this. Droplets of various liquids, including water and hydrocarbons, invariably adopt spherical forms to minimize surface energy, aligning with theoretical predictions from the Young Laplace equation, delta P equals gamma 1 R1 plus 1 R2, where delta P is the pressure difference across the interface and R1, R2 are the principal radii of curvature. If this precept governs the droplet, it equally governs the cosmic titans. Why are planets spherical? Why do we not inhabit a cuboidal or pyramidal world? The response resides in the notion of capital. In the cosmos, sphericity demands capital. And here capital signifies gravitational force. We exist within a universe of stringent thresholds. For rocky celestial bodies, this threshold is a diameter of approximately 600 kilometers. Below this, one remains an asteroid, an anonymous boulder adrift with grotesque contours resembling a potato or gnawed bone. For its gravity is too feeble to fracture the chemical bonds of rock, yet surpass 600 kilometers, and the absolute sovereign named gravity assumes dominion. We customarily perceive rock as rigid, enduring, yet this stems from observation under our atmosphere's modest pressure, beneath the crush of trillions of tons of self-gravity. Deep within a planet, rigidity becomes meaningless. Such pressures suffice to displace atoms from crystalline lattices. Even the sturdiest granite collapses, softening like clay, flowing like mud. Physics terms this state with elegant nomenclature, hydrostatic equilibrium. Yet its reality is a brutal construction site enduring hundreds of millions of years. Gravity resembles an indefatigable colossal roller, compressing from all directions towards the core. It disregards prior idiosyncratic forms. Commanding, submit, it fractures the spines of mountain ranges, fills abyssal chasms, until all protuberances are leveled, until radii in every direction equalize. Recent measurements from satellites like GRACE-FO, launched in 2018, reveal that even minor deviations in mass distribution, such as those from ice melt or groundwater depletion, subtly perturb this equilibrium, manifesting as variations in Earth's gravitational field. Behold our Earth. You may marvel at Everest's majesty or Mariana's profundity, yet these are illusions for diminutive beings. Relative to the planet's 12.742 km equatorial diameter, Everest's 8.849 meters altitude equates to a mere scratch, akin to a pore upon human skin. Earth's sphericity deviation is less than 1 part in 1,000. If scaled to a billiard ball's dimensions, it would be smoother than any professionally manufactured exemplar. Gliding a finger across this Earth billiard would render the Himalayas imperceptible. Earth is spherical not by volition, but because matter has utterly capitulated to gravity's tyranny. The sphere is the tombstone commemorating rock's eternal submission. And if planets are subjugated boulders, stars are incarcerated energy masses. The sun, our life's fount, appears benevolent and warm, yet this is vision's grandest deception. Presently, within the sun's core, each second witnesses billions of hydrogen bomb detonations. Temperatures of 15 million Kelvin strip electrons, leaving bare nuclei to collide and fuse. This ferocious energy should rend the star asunder, dispersing matter like a colossal firework. Why does it not explode? Why does it retain that perfect sphere? Because the sun is the battlefield of a titanic tug-of-war between evenly matched forces. Outwardly, the frenzied thermonuclear pressure strives to shatter all. Inwardly, gravity, arising from mass 330.00 times Earth's, endeavors to pulverize and confine all. The sun endures not through peace, but through wartime stalemate. The light we perceive is mere ripples leaking from that internal strife. Solar seismologists, via helioseismology, have audited the star's raw, persistent acoustic oscillations as the vast gaseous envelope inflates and deflates, probing boundaries between collapse and eruption. Recent findings from the Solar Dynamics Observatory in 2024 reveal inertial waves propagating retrograde to solar rotation, offering insights into deep interior dynamics and differential rotation. The sphere, herein, is the sole ceasefire line both factions accept. Yet this equilibrium is profoundly fragile. Each stellar respiration edges near a demise. As fuel depletes, the thermonuclear engine falters, outward pressure vanishes, then gravity, the miser patient for billions of years, unveils its ruthless claws. It crushes the star. For massive stars, the terminus is a neutron star, violence's apogee. Envision compressing Everest's entirety into a matchbox. Such is neutron star density, a colossal star compacted to a 20-kilometer diameter. Here, Gravity intensifies 10 billion-fold over Earth's. No mountain exceeds millimeters. A 1 millimeter peak's collapse liberates energy sufficient to annihilate a planetary system. Sphericity transcends form. It is destiny. Matter's terminus. Latest research from MIT in 2025. Utilizing supercomputers like Frontier, models neutron star interiors, revealing isospin density variations and equations of state that challenge prior assumptions about quark matter transitions. And when even neutron repulsions surrender, we confront the black hole, the universe, in its utmost indolence, opts to eschew matter processing, curling spacetime itself into a sphere. The event horizon, that absolute ebony surface, is where the universe affixes a "no trespassing" placard. All information, complexity, material history plummeting herein erases, leaving solely three parameters: mass, charge, spin. Black holes are absolutely spherical because the universe abhors energy expenditure for detail retention. It is the ultimate refuse bin, encapsulating chaos into simplicity. Recent theoretical updates, including 2024 proposals of frozen stars, sans horizons, potentially resolving Hawking's information paradox, suggest black holes emit radiation akin to Hawking's prediction, yet without singularities. From droplet to black hole, the logic endures. The universe perpetually seeks minimal energy states, simplest forms. Thus, is the entire universe spherical? We oft depict the observable universe as a sphere with Earth central. Eschew deception. This merely delineates light and time's limits. We resemble a torchbearer in nocturnal fields, perceiving solely the illuminated circle. Beyond, the universe may be a lattice, foam, or crumpled infinite sheet unknowable. Spherical, herein denotes not actual form, but cognition's boundary. Yet, ladies and gentlemen, a profound paradox warrants contemplation. In a universe obsessed with sphericity and low-energy compliance, regard yourselves. Behold your hand. Are you spherical? Nay, we possess digits, elbows, erect spines. Trees extend jagged branches. Mountains jaggedly protrude. Lightning fractures. Why does life assume such defiant shapes? Because life's essence is rebellion against cosmic edicts. Physics demands sphericity, dissolution into homogeneous atomic broth, attaining lethal thermal equilibrium. Yet we repudiate, we ingest, respire, cogitate, consuming energy to sustain complexity. Our edges, our brains wrinkle to reject indolent smoothness, they maximize connections. In this universe, non-spherical is life's medal, evidencing daily combat against chaos and demise. And this strife transcends corporeal form, persisting in another realm, more enigmatic and chaotic, the dream universe. If daytime expends energy maintaining physique against gravity, nighttime, with consciousness dormant, awakens another world. Robert Frost cautioned that dreams are not divine missives, but sordid desires imprisoned by morality seeking escape. As night descends, subconscious monsters rouse, dreaming pursuit, perhaps not fear, but catharsis for suppressed urges. Dreaming nudity, perchance primal self's resurgence, shedding societal fetters. Dreams are conscience's tribunal sans defense counsel, confronting our rawest essence, latent lunatics beneath civility's veneer. Yet modern science illuminates this obscurity. Truth more astonishing than psychoanalysis. During slumber, the brain does not deactivate. Contrarily, in REM, rapid eye movement, sleep, activity surges 30% above wakefulness. This is nocturnal overtime. The hippocampus, memory hub, replays days footage at sevenfold velocity. It frenziedly filters, discarding mnemonic detritus, etching vital lessons. Post-slumber, one literally smartens. Those dreaming unsolved puzzles solve tenfold faster than non-sleepers. Dreams are not random imagery, they are sophisticated survival simulators. Recent 2024 studies reveal REM brain simulates actions via motor commands. Unexecuted yet consequential, enhancing neural preparedness. Why prevalent nightmares? Why 70% dreams negative? Evolutionary scientists posit dreams as virtual training grounds. Ancestors dreamt beast attacks, cliff falls, rehearsing responses sans real peril. Nightmares are evolution's cruel boon for daytime survival. Dreams wonder and terror manifest in liminal phenomena. Ever endured, sleep paralysis. Consciousness awakens, body paralyzed. Sensation of thoracic oppression, not specters. A safety mechanism glitch. Dreaming, the brain immobilize muscles, preventing dream enactment, lest one leap abed dreaming flight. Sleep paralysis, mind awakens pre-muscle unlock. Prevalence, 7.6% lifetime. Mechanisms involve REM atonia persistence via glycine and GABA inhibition. Or, lucid dreaming, recognizing dream state, commandeering it. Yet caution, dream time distorts. One real night equates dream decades. Imagine alternate life, loving, aging, abruptly awakening, realizing illusion. Such shock shatters reality's foundations. Studies, including 2023 signaling experiments, reveal no objective time dilation. Perception aligns with wakefulness for cognitive tasks. Yet motor actions elongate 40%. The paramount query persists: why forget 95% dreamt? Perhaps biology's mercy, recalling all vividly as memory blurs real, virtual boundaries. We discern not met persons from dreamt fabrications. The brain actively erases traces safeguarding sanity. Yet they compress into depths, awaiting scent, melody to resurge, reminding parallel worlds visited. Dream science's future unfolds promising yet daunting. We transmit signals into murine dreams, employ sense-modulating dream emotions. Might dreams someday record, share, even advertise? Will memories remain inviolable, breaching privacy's final bastion? What remains of humanity? Ladies and gentlemen, we have traversed far, from fearfully contracting droplets evading void, to gravity-smoothed planets, concluding with mind's chaotic, angular dreams. Herein lies exquisite symmetry. The external physical world trends towards order, sphericity, quiescence, heat-death, yet our internal mental realm erupts in chaos. Edges, life's fervent defiance of oblivion. Nightly, you devote 8 hours vanishing from reality, entering that private cosmos, not dead time, liberation from harsh physical laws. Sans sphericity mandate for existence. In wildest dreams, we unearth truest humanity, a diminutive yet resilient being, daring cosmic defiance to preserve form and consciousness. Thus, tonight, closing eyes, fear not darkness, embrace it as homecoming. For in dreams pandemonium may hide the truest visage daylight never illuminates. Thank you for attending, and we anticipate reconvening in humanity's subsequent exploratory odysseys. Ladies and gentlemen, if delving into the psyche resembles submerging into a chaotic, vividly hued, illogical sea, then venturing outwards into the cosmos is its antithesis, confronting absolute stillness and astrophysics' ruthlessly frigid edicts. We have discoursed humanity's dream freedom, erasing physical barriers, yet awakening and skyward gazing compels acknowledging our enclosure within a colossal glass cage woven of spacetime and light. Gazing at a twinkling star, you view not its present, but past. Light traverses millions, even billions, years from distant galaxies to your retina. This engenders a haunting scientific paradox. We never truly behold the universe as is. Merely its phantoms, remnants of bygone eras. The nocturnal firmament is essentially light's vast graveyard, wherein we admire stars potentially extinct ere the inaugural pyramid's erection. Observational technology's advancement, from Galileo's rudimentary telescopes to sophisticated space observatories like James Webb, launched in 2021, permits peering back nearly to the Big Bang. Yet farther scrutiny unveils terror surpassing solitude. The universe not merely expands, its expansion accelerates. Galaxies not only recede, They flee exceeding light's velocity. This inexorably yields a tragic future. Earth's nocturnal sky empties. Neighboring galaxies surpass the cosmic event horizon, bearing light and information beyond observation eternally. Humanity's descendants, if extant, will behold solely absolute black. Sans stars, galaxies, merely the Milky Way's perpetual isolation, gradually fading. Recent 2025 data from the Dark Energy Spectroscopic Instrument, DESI, suggests dark energy may weaken, implying expansion slows, challenging the lambda-CDM model and potentially averting total isolation. Contemplate a profounder hypothesis regarding our collective destiny: entropy and heat death. Since inception, the universe obeys thermodynamics' second law, mandating transitions from order to chaos. Concentrated to dispersed energy, stars are colossal entropy antagonists, fusing nuclear fuel for light and heat, yet finite. Ultimately, the final star exhausts, extinguishing. This epoch, astrophysicists term the degenerate era. The universe plunges into eternal darkness. Remnants mere white dwarfs, neutron stars, colossal black holes, yet even these evanesce. Hawking radiation theory posits black holes evaporate, vanishing into nothingness. Protons, matter's fundamental constituents, may decay, after durations rendering numerals meaningless. The universe dilutes to photon and subatomic seas drifting near absolute zero. Sans life, memory, dreams, ultimate quiescence, nothingness, absolute triumph over existence. Confronting this macroscopic, merciless vista, humanity's existence and dreams seem absurdly diminutive. If all culminates in void, why emerge? Why labor crafting complexities like human brains, merely to obliterate tracelessly? Herein intersects cold science with existential philosophy. Answers reside not in destination, but journey. Ladies and gentlemen, human consciousness advent may be the universe's self-cognition mechanism. Across billions years, insensate matter collided, combined, evolved yielding eyes beholding the sky, brains querying, why? We are the cosmos' awakened fragment, a flickering candle in eternal night witnessing existence's beauty ere extinction. Your dreams, chaotic or absurd, testify matter's boundless creativity at peak organization. If external universe progresses towards frigid demise, your internal mental cosmos erupts in vitality and fervor. Nature's grand equilibrium. We cannot halt stellar extinguishment, reverse spatial expansion, yet accomplish what colossal galaxies cannot: perceive and remember. Each affection, sorrow, vivid dream inscribes meaning upon this meaningless cosmos. You etch life's imprint upon time's gravestone. Thus, fear not your minuteness, regard our ephemeral existence as rare privilege. We are fortuitous voyagers awakening amid the universe's resplendent stellar era. Preceding us, primordial dark, succeeding, eternal dark. Yet here, now, light, awareness, companionship abound. Science promises no felicitous finale, no eternal paradise. Science furnishes truth. We perch upon melting ice amidst time's ocean. Rather than lament, employ that span exploring, comprehending, dreaming, for whilst intellects cogitate, dreams weave, the universe remains undead. We guard consciousness' flame, our duty, kindle it brightest until final instant. Our exploratory odyssey, from droplet to gravity, dream to star, concludes. Yet knowledge's portals never seal. Each answer spawns myriad queries. Science's infinite beauty. Persist skyward gazing with humility. Courage. Persist dreaming wildest reveries, for therein you live the cosmos' truest life. Thank you for accompanying this philosophical, emotive exploratory sequence. We anticipate reconvening at knowledge's novel horizons, pursuing creation's grand enigmas.